Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the derivations, or we are going to derive the expressions of the waveforms of class B commutation. Okay. So now, yes, we know the circuit diagram as well as we have discussed about the operation. Okay, so now we are going to derive the expressions. Okay, so for t is in between 0 to t1, for t is in between 0 to t1, yes, what was happening? Yes, thyristor t1 was in the on state. Okay, thyristor t1 was in the on state. So during 0 to t1, during t is equal to 0 to t1, during t is equal to 0 to t1, yes, thyristor t1 was in the on state, so it was like a short circuit. Okay, yes, capacitor here it has charged to the voltage of plus minus vs volt. Here it is the inductor, here it is a diode. Okay, next here it is the auxiliary thyristor. We have not applied the gate signal to the auxiliary thyristor yet. Okay, and here it is a load we are having. Okay, this voltage is vs, here it is a load we are having. This is I0, which is equal to I0, right? Inductor. This current is IC, okay? Auxiliary thyristor, and this is T1, which is acting as a short circuit. This is auxiliary thyristor, and this one is IT1. Okay? So now during t is equal to 0 to t1, yes, current was flowing like Vs, t1 load, and again back to the Vs. Okay? So we know IT1 is equal to I0 is equal to capital I0. Discharging path is not available for the capacitor, so IC is equal to 0. What is VC? VC is equal to Vs only, because capacitor is not able to discharge. Okay, so now here during 0 to t1, VC is Vs, IC is 0, IT1 is I0, I0 is I0. Okay, this will continue till t1. Okay, so during t1 to t2, during t is equal to t1 to t2, what will the change? During t is equal to t1 to t2, t is equal to t1 to t2, yes, during t1 to t2, at t1 we are going to turn on the thyristor ta. Okay, means here ta is turned on. Okay, so ta is turned on. So what will happen when ta is turned on? When ta is turned on, so during t1 to t2, yes, capacitor starts discharging in this loop. Okay, capacitor is discharging. Okay, so now can we represent this branch, right? Can we represent this as, yes, it is equivalent to, this is a passive capacitor, right? Suppose this is a passive capacitor, and here in addition we can add the voltage across the capacitor, because the capacitor voltage was Vs. Okay, either you can change the, you can put the initial condition, you can add the initial condition and the passive element separately in the time domain, or you can consider this capacitor voltage is Vs volt, and while simplifying it with the help of Laplace transform, you can use the non-zero initial condition. Okay, non-zero initial condition, right? In the both the ways you will be getting the same answer. Okay, so one thing, what is IT1? IT1 is equal to I0, which is equal to I0. This is your IT1. Okay, next, can we apply KVL to this loop? Are you getting this point, what I have done? Yes, are you getting it? What I have done this? Yes, I have considered the one capacitor, that is the passive element, and as before t is equal to t1, capacitor was charged to the voltage of Vs volt, right, with the polarity here plus, here minus, so that's why I have added the initial voltage across the capacitor as Vs. Okay, so now can we apply KVL to this loop? Yes, KVL to the loop. So KVL to loop, or inner loop you can say. I am writing KVL to this loop. Yes, it is plus Vs minus voltage across capacitor, it is a 1 by c integration of I into dt, or IC into dt you can say, sorry, I into dt, this current we need to consider. Okay, so I into dt, next minus L into di by dt is equal to 0. Okay, further how to simplify it? Yes, we can write it as Vs is equal to 1 by c integration of I dt plus L into di by dt. Okay, further, yes, can we take the Laplace transform on both the sides? Yes, it is a Vs by s is equal to what? 1 by Cs into I of s plus Ls into I of s. Are you getting the point? Can we take the I of s common? yes, we can take the I of s common, right? So I will write here, so we can take I of s common and we can write it as, yes, so here Vs by s, we can write it as Vs by s is equal to what? 1 by Cs plus Ls into I of s, right, into I of s. So this can be written as, taking the cross multiplication, 1 plus LCS square upon Cs into I of s. Is this clear? Is equal to Vs by s. This s will get cancelled. Can you take LC common? Yes, it is like a LC upon C into what? It is a s square plus 1 by LC into I of s. Okay, so C will get cancelled. Okay, so therefore we can write it as I of s is equal to, yes, Vs by L into 1 upon s square plus 1 by LC. Are you getting the point? This can be written as, yes, Vs by L into 1 by root LC. I am adjusting the term, okay? I am multiplying and dividing with 1 by root LC, right? Because it is like a something upon s square plus something square, okay? So this something is 1 by root LC, okay? So it is s square plus 1 by LC, okay? Into what? I have multiplied with 1 by root LC, so I need to divide with 1 by root LC, so it will become root LC into, okay? So is equal to, this can be written as Vs into under root C by L into, yes, it is, this can be written as omega 0 upon s square plus omega 0 square, okay? So what is the omega 0? Where omega 0 is equal to, this is I of s, right? Where omega 0 is equal to 1 by root LC, okay? So further, can we write it as, taking the Laplace inverse? Yes, I am writing here, taking the Laplace inverse, we can write it as, yes, taking Laplace inverse or inverse Laplace transform. Yes, we can write I is equal to, I means this current, be careful, okay? I is equal to Vs into under root C by L into sine of omega 0 t, okay? This is the current I expression, right? That is the discharging current. But what is I and IC? Both are same. Yes, IC is equal to minus I, so is equal to minus Vs into under root C by L into sine of omega 0 t. Very, very important, okay? So if you check, IC is negative, minus Vs under root C by L into sine of omega 0 t, okay? Means IC is sinusoidal, right? IC is sinusoidal. And what is the peak value? Yes, this can be written as is equal to minus I peak into sine of omega 0 t, where I peak is Vs under root C by L. I am writing here, yes, where I peak, where I peak is equal to Vs into under root C by L, right? Means the capacitor current is negative, but it is a sinusoidal. Capacitor current is negative, but it is a sinusoidal. Are you getting the point? Okay. So what this minus Ip indicates? The minus Ip is nothing but minus Vs under root C by L. Minus Vs under root C by L. Are you getting the point? This is the very important expression. The peak value of capacitor current is Vs under root C by L. It is a negative now, okay? So here we are having the sinusoidal, okay? So if this is a sinusoidal, IC is sinusoidal, what is the VC? VC will be the cosinusoidal. Are you getting the point? Or can we derive the expression for VC? Yes, we can derive the expression for VC also. I am writing here, VC is equal to 1 by C integration of IC dt, okay? So yes, VC is equal to 1 by C integration of 1 by C integration of IC dt, okay? Capacitor discharging, so integration of IC into dt, okay? So is equal to 1 by C integration of IC is minus Vs under root C by L into sine of omega 0 t into dt, okay? So can we simplify it? Yes, integration of sine, it is a minus cos, so this can be written as Vs into, yes, this will be 1 by root LC, right? So Vs by root LC we can write into minus cos of omega 0 t. This minus here, and this minus, it will be plus divided by omega 0. Okay, so it is omega 0 is 1 by root LC, and here it is a root LC, it will get cancelled. Okay, so this can be written as Vs into cos of omega 0 t. This is a Vc. Are you getting the point? Vc is equal to Vs into cos of omega 0 t, means it is a cosinusoidal, it is a cosinusoidal. But this expression of Vc and this expression of Ic is valid only after t is equal to t1. Okay, means after t is equal to t1 we are having the Ic, it is a sinusoidal, and Vc we are having the cosinusoidal. Are you getting the point? Okay, so this will continue till t2, this will continue till t2, right? Next, after t2 what will happen? Yes, after t2 the auxiliary thyristor will turn off, we already discussed. Okay, now can we find the expression for voltage across capacitor when thyristor, or when, yes, when thyristor T1 turns off, voltage across capacitor when thyristor T1 turns off? Yes, we can find voltage across capacitor when thyristor T1 turns off. Yes, voltage across capacitor, voltage across capacitor when thyristor T1 turns off. Yes, thyristor T1 turns off. Okay, so yes, what is the voltage across capacitor when thyristor T1 turns off? So if you check at this instant at t is equal to t3, thyristor T1 is turning off. Okay, we are having the expression for this waveform. Yes, what is this expression? It is a Vs into cos of omega 0 t. Okay, so can we write it as voltage across capacitor, that is nothing but VAB, is equal to what? Yes, Vs into cos of omega 0 into, yes, what is the time? Time is nothing but, yes, t3 minus t1, t3 minus t1, t3 minus t1. Are you getting the point? So this can be written as Vs into cos of omega 0 into, yes, omega 0 t3 minus t1 means this time period or this angle. Okay, this angle consists of, yes, this angle is nothing but pi plus theta. Are you getting the point? This angle means what? This angle is, it is a pi is omega 0 t, this is pi. Are you getting the point? So it is a pi plus omega 0 into t3 minus t2, omega 0 into t3 minus t2 plus it is a pi. Are you getting the point? This is a VAB, voltage across capacitor. Okay, but it is a negative. Okay, so that's why we need to put it as a minus VAB, because the voltage is negative. Are you getting the point? Minus VAB. Okay, so what is the cos of 180 plus theta? It is a minus cos theta. Are you getting the point? Okay, so we can write it as cos of 180 plus theta. If you check, it is a minus cos theta. Okay, so it is minus Vs into cos of omega 0 into t3 minus t2. Okay, minus VAB, cos of 180 plus theta, that is a minus cos theta. Are you getting point? Minus minus will get cancelled. Okay, so therefore VAB is equal to Vs into cos of omega 0 into t3 minus t2. This is the expression for voltage across capacitor when thyristor T1 turns off. Okay, and this same voltage will appear across the thyristor T1 when T1 turns off. If you check the circuit operation, you will understand it. Okay, so voltage across capacitor when thyristor T1 turns off is equal to VAB. Okay, similarly we can write voltage across T1 when it turns off. Yes, voltage across T1, voltage across T1 when T1 turns off, yes, is equal to what? It is a minus VAB. The voltage across capacitor will appear as a reverse voltage. Okay, so which is equal to what? We can write it as a minus Vs into cos of omega 0 into T3 minus T2. Okay, so this is the voltage across capacitor, sorry, thyristor T1. I am writing it as a VT1. Okay, minus Vs into cos of omega 0 T3 minus T2. Okay, but what is omega 0 T3 minus T2? Omega 0 T3 minus T2 is nothing but theta. Yes, no, we have considered it as a theta. Okay, so we can write also omega 0 T3 minus T2 is equal to theta. Okay, so therefore can we write theta is equal to omega 0 into T3 minus T2 is equal to, yes, from this expression can we write it as cos inverse of VAB by VS. Yes, it is equal to cos inverse of, yes, VAB upon VS. Cos inverse of VAB upon VS. This is nothing but omega 0 into T3 minus T2. Omega 0 into T3 minus T2. Are you getting the point? Omega 0 T3 minus T2. Okay. So for finding the VAB, we need to find omega cos of omega 0 into T3 minus T2. Right? Cos of omega 0 into T3 minus T2. Are you getting the point? Okay. So next, after VAB, so further, we know expression for IC. We know expression for IC. So from this, can we write or can we find the expression for theta? Yes. So we can write it as, I am writing here only, from expression of IC, we can write from IC, yes, we can write IC is equal to minus Vs into under root C by L into sine of omega 0 t. Yes, no, IC is minus Vs under root C by L into sine of omega 0 t. We already derived it. Okay, so this is the expression. Okay, so can we write it as at angle pi plus theta, at angle pi plus theta we are having IC is equal to what? I0. Okay, so we can write, yes, at, or we can write it as a I0 is equal to minus Vs under root C by L into sine of, I am writing it as omega 0, sine of omega 0 into, yes, this instant minus this instant, it is a T3 minus T1. T3 minus T1. Okay, so is equal to, we can write it as minus Vs under root C by L into sine of, yes, this can be written as omega 0 into T3 minus T1 can be written as T3 minus T2. Omega 0 into T3 minus T2 plus it is a pi or 180 degree. Okay, what is the sine of 180 plus theta? If you check, it is a minus theta. Okay, so is equal to this minus and this minus, it will be plus, so it is a Vs under root C by L into sine of omega 0 into T3 minus T2. Okay, this is a I0. Okay, but what this term indicates? Vs under root C by L, it is I peak. Okay, so we can write it as, therefore sine of, or we can write it as omega 0 T3 minus T2 is equal to what? Sine inverse of I0 by I peak. I0 by I peak. Are you getting the point? Where I peak is, we already derived. Where I peak is equal to Vs into under root C by L. Vs under root C by L. Are you getting the point? Okay, means from this expression we can find omega 0 T3 minus T2. We can put this omega 0 T3 minus T2 here to get the VAB, right? To get the VAB. Now, can we find the circuit turn-off time for thyristor T1? Yes, how to find the circuit turn-off time for thyristor T1? Yes, for any thyristor, first of all, we need to check the instant at which current flowing through thyristor becomes 0. Okay, so if you check, at this instant the current flowing through thyristor becoming 0, that is at T is equal to T3. Right, and after that, yes, the capacitor voltage will appear as a reverse voltage for thyristor T1. Okay, so capacitor voltage is, yes, we are having this voltage. Okay, but if you check, yes, we are having after or when thyristor T1 current becomes equal to 0, after that the IC is, we are having the constant, right? IC is constant. So what is the VC? If IC is constant, so please check the VC should be the linear. Are you getting the point? This red one, it indicates, this red line, it indicates the VC is changing linearly. Why VC is changing linearly? Because IC is constant. As we know, VC is equal to 1 by C integration of IC dt. Okay, so integration of the constant term is nothing but the ramp, and ramp is the linear signal. Are you getting the point? Okay, if you check IC here sinusoidal, VC is cosinusoidal. Okay, so if IC is constant, definitely here the VC should be linear. Are you getting the point? Okay, so can we write during T3 to T4, during T3 to T4, okay, during T3 to T4 VC is negative, and this VC voltage, which is a negative, will appear as a reverse voltage for thyristor T1, for thyristor T1. Okay, means this T4 minus T3, T4 minus T3 will indicate, yes, T4 minus T3 will indicate or will give the circuit turn of time TC. T4 minus T3 is nothing but the circuit turn of time for thyristor T1. Okay, so TC for T1, TC for T1, or circuit turn of time, circuit turn of time for T1. Okay, it is a TC, generally represented with TC. Okay, is equal to, we need to find, okay, we need to derive the expression for TC. Okay, so during T3 to T4, during T3 to T4, during T3 to T4. Okay, so yes, during T3 to T4, can we write IC is equal to C into dVC by dt? IC is equal to C into dVC by dt. What is IC? It is I0. C into what is the dVC? Change in the voltage is VAB. Upon dt is T4 minus T3. But what T4 minus T3 indicates? T4 minus T3, it indicates the circuit turn of time for thyristor T1. Are you getting it? Why it is a circuit turn of time? Because for finding the circuit turn of time, we need to check the instant at which thyristor T1 current becomes 0. And after that, the reverse voltage is maintained till what instant, right? That instant or that interval is nothing but indicates, or it indicates the circuit turn of time. Okay, so here T4 minus T3 is nothing but the circuit turn of time, okay, for thyristor T1. So therefore we can write 4 minus T3 is equal to C into VAB upon I0, right, is nothing but TC for T1, circuit turn of time for thyristor T1. It is a T4 minus T3. Are you getting the point? Is this clear to all? Okay, so how to find the TC? We need to, yes, C they will give, I0 we know they will give, we need to find VAB. How to find VAB? For finding VAB, we need to find omega 0 T3 minus T2. Okay, and how to find omega 0 T3 minus T2? From I0 and I peak we can find. Okay, so in this way, yes, in this way we can find the circuit turn of time for thyristor T1. Okay, very important expression. In some of the gate examinations, they have directly asked the questions based on these expressions only. Are you getting the point? Okay, so this is about the derivation of, or the expressions of, class B commutation. In the next video, we are going to discuss the numericals based on class B commutation. Thank you.